Hey guys, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. This is my playthrough, and I hope that you take some knowledge from this. Well, I hope I can help you out. Anyway, without further ado, we will be covering the Barheim passage in this video here. So, without further ado, let's get started with the Barheim passage. So, I guess really not much to say. First of all, stock up, talk to Burrow, he's very important. Burrow has the gambits that you'll need. As I'll display in my last video, I was talking about, he also tells you about the lights too, because that's very important. To be ready to have the lighting and yada yada yada. So basically, go to Burrow and get what you need. He's got an array of many different things. Oddly enough, the Gambit shop was closed, but Burrow is open for sale. This Banga that's just chilling down in the middle of a goddamn underground, I don't know, mine shaft, and he has quite an array of not only weapons, but weapons, armor, accessories, ammunition, items, techniques, magics, and for the first time, gambits, finally. So your best bet is to probably just pick up all the gambits. I mean, honestly, the system won't work optimally if you do not have these gambits. I mean, you're not going to need every single one, but I mean, gambits are basically to micromanage your team. So basically, the safe way to go is to pick all these gambits up. I mean, they're all really cheap, and at this point, you should have money to spend. I mean, I would think you'd have some loot. Now, I already did all this because I tailored my group, to their needs. Now, you may have chose different, jobs, so obviously you're gonna have to, sort of tailor to whatever needs that your character's job requires. So, if you chose what I chose, like for example, I'm a Shikari archer and a machinist, then you'll be getting the things that would, well, I guess consist of light armor. And if you choose a heavy class, like a knight, well, I mean, you get the point. You'll have to just basically pick up your shit from Burrow. And you might want to talk to him anyway, because you're gonna have to. And then also, don't forget about the alcove. This will have more money if you don't have money. Well, it has a potion in it, but when you first come here, there's actually a chest right here, a one-time chest, in which will contain about like almost 3 grand of gil, so like 3,000. It's like 2,000 something. So if you don't have that much loot, that'll give you some money right there. That's just my advice, because you're gonna need a lot of different gambits, and you may want to experiment to create different kind of palettes. So, just giving you a heads up. Pick up your stuff from Burrow, my advice. And accessories, definitely pick up the Argo armlet. And if you don't have a bangle, I'd advise picking that up as well. Alright, so now we're gonna go up to the switch. If you were listening to Burrow, he'll tell you something about the light switch not working, but check it out first. Alright, so the fuse is blown. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to go back down and talk to Burrow. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back down and talk to this guy. Now, we have Bosch as a guest. Later on, he will actually become a party member. Same thing with Amalia, well, Ash, I mean, but yeah. So, okay, we could talk to Burrow. He's gonna give us a spare part. So he's like,
"What's that? No power in the passage, eh? Can't say I'm surprised. Tunnels as old as these gates ain't working none either. Here we go. Try putting this in that contraption up the stairs.
So he gives us a tube fuse.
Made that tube fuse from parts I found out in the very tunnels. As good as any you'll find. And better than most, mark my words.
I don't think I do a good voice for Burrow. Okay, anyway, we got the tube fuse, so... Oh, and while I'm at Burrow, I'll give you an example of things that you should probably get. My higher recommendation, if you don't want to get all the gambits right now, which you don't have to, but again, they're very cheap, you definitely want to get ally status, HP critical. Well, wait, no, I think we had that already. Pretty sure. So, okay, you might want to definitely get the self gambits. Get either, at least self, you have to buy self. We did not have self prior to this, so recommend getting self gambits, primarily self and self HP, you know, 70%. I can't really give you any specific number because it's very flexible, so I would just pick up a few selfies, and then I would expand on picking up more foe related, like for example, I would go with, I guess, foe highest max HP, or again, it's very flexible, so I would say foe HP 100%, that I would definitely recommend. Foe HP 70% or more, absolutely. These are very integral to a good steel gambit that you could set up, and many other gambits that you could set up using the 100%, since it fulfills criterias. HP 50%. All these foe gambits are very, very highly recommended. So, same thing with the self gambits. Most of these gambits are pretty good. The ally gambits, you know, you can expand on, you know, how, basically just expanding on your options. Like, for example, I don't know if we had like 50% or 40%, but now you'll have the option to do MP and HP. As far as spells go, Thunder is it's a great single target spell, and you know, it's great against lightning weak foes, so it would definitely be a good, you know, gambit to pick up. I mean, spell to pick up, but not only is it a good spell or magic, but you might want to get a gambit. Eventually there'll be a really good gambit, which is an elemental weak foe gambit. It's a foe elemental weak condition. That's not available here yet, so I mean, pick it up. I mean, I don't see anything against it. Ice is actually preferred, but he doesn't sell ice. Again, dark is great, but you know, a lot of these you might not be able to use. Just, you know, keep it within your confines, whatever you can afford. Basically, I'd recommend getting Thunder if you have a black mage, and if not, then you don't really need to pick it up. Some of these you can just wait till much later to get, but if you meet the criteria to use them, then again, like I said, you have to get the license for it, but you also need to purchase it. So now is a chance to purchase a lot of stuff if you have the money for it, and you so choose to pick up every spell. Go for it. Spells that are integral, Poisona and Vox, I guess, and Blindna, but these are just alternatives if you don't have items. That's just a backup, I guess, you know. So I guess the integrals, in my opinion, is Thunder, Fire if you don't have it, Slow, Dark, Cure, and secondary would be Blindna, Vox, and Poisona. And I guess the least important at this point would be Immobilize, because it's just, unless you have a Time Mage, but I wouldn't recommend that as a starting class. It's better as a fill out. and I'll refer to jobs sometimes as classes, so jobs, classes, you know, whatever. Anyway, so fill out role or a starting role. And there are many different jobs, 12 in total, and I look at it as like a lot of them are good fill out roles and some of them are good start out roles. So anyway, if you have you know, if you have tanks or like anybody that's using heavy armor, it's very obvious that you'd buy the new upgrade. Just upgrade your armor. It's definitely recommended to do it now, because the Barheim passage is, to say the least, it's not hard as long as you keep up with it. And I guess I'll explain more on that in a little bit. But basically, whatever kind of classes that you've got going on, or if you didn't pick jobs yet, which some people choose to do, then I guess I don't know what you would do, but if or whatever jobs that you picked, you know, now's the time to sell all your outdated, you know, crap and, you know, upgrade. So for me, it's light, which would be leather and the head guard. So the leather breastplate and the head guard. As you can see, I have all three of them equipped with it. And I do not have anything else because I don't need it. And Bosch, well, he's almost basically useless at this point. As you can see, he doesn't even have any armor. And also pick up items too, like potions, antidotes, eye drops. Preferably, I always go for a nice number of, sorry, 25. 25 of all items. That's a good number. 20, 25. For potions, I might want to go a little higher than that, but do what you feel like. But that's just my recommendation. Alright, let's install the tube fuse and get the show on the road. Enough with the explanations. I'm just trying to prepare you because this place can be a little challenging, and it's definitely a lot lengthier than the dungeon. The Nalbina dungeon was, like I said, pretty brief and short. It did have a lot of cutscenes. This does not have as many cutscenes, but it is very long. It's a pretty big place. So be prepared for the Barheim passage. It does not, it really does not hold you by the hand here. It's kind of, you know, throwing you down here, and you have to keep your eye on the charge meter right there on the, you see up there where it says charge 100%. Now that charge will go down. Check it out. Press a switch, and you'll watch as the charge meter starts to drop. Now when it goes below 50%, very high-leveled, powerful, undead type enemies will start appearing that can easily, you know, basically bring a legion of slaughter. Like a legion of skeletons and specters and skull defenders, just to be specific, and they're very powerful. So you can fall very easily if you don't keep up with the charge meter. Although there's a trick that you can do at the end, which I'll get into when we get there. So, alright, so the gauge should, he says the gauge ought to show you how much charge is left. So I'm basically just telling you what Burrow is saying. Now we're gonna have to look for switchboards that will continue to keep the charge up. Balthier will explain more in a second. Mimics.
Hey, who turned on the lights?
The
One
mimics.
of those?
Now you'll
I've
see.
heard of these. Mimics. They disguise themselves as all manner of things, then strike when you're least wary. Some of them have a fondness for energy, I'm told. They gorge themselves on the stuff till there's naught left.
So, what happens then?
Okay. So
Lights out. and it's worse in the dark. Much worse.
Yep.
So, let them get too close to one of those conduits, and they'll suck it dry. But don't worry. It'll give the energy back if you ask nicely. Sticking it with a sword helps too. Clock's ticking.
So it's obvious what the main targets are. These, the mimics. The mimics are integral to keeping the lights on and keeping the zombies away, because these zombies will really start stacking up, turning into a huge problem. Now, unfortunately, Blizzard's not available, so you'll have to make do with Thunder. Is still powerful, so don't underestimate it. But don't use it on a battery mimic, because they feed on it, so obviously just hit a zombie with... Actually, no. I'll hit the zombie with fire, because it, in my opinion, is more effective. Then, as always, steal. Steal from the battery mimic. There's only a few battery mimics that you'll get here. Alright, so take... I'm gonna, take him out. Steal away. Got a dark stone. Now once we get rid of this mimic, I'm gonna use a fire on them. Note that, you know, spells are always very powerful. They're very good. Pile of iron scraps. Not the best, but not the worst. You got some charge back from killing that, as you saw. See that? Nice and easy. And I also have to do another thing, too. I have to set gambits up. You can follow suit, or you can make your own gambits. It's up to you. I'm going to... I think I'm going to go with him, yeah. I got an idea. I'm going to have him designated for stealing. So, as I was saying much earlier in my walkthrough, the foe HP 100% will guarantee that he'll always steal at the beginning of every fight. And then after, he'll go right to attacking. I have him attacking the foe party leader's target. I'm going to change his to... highest, the foe, lowest HP. I think I'm gonna do that with Fran. I'm gonna go with the, highest max HP, I think. Or should I? I'm gonna go with the nearest visible for them. I have them with the antidotes and potion, which good. That's good. Eye drops, Phoenix down, and the steel gambit. Like I said, this is a very good gambit. Keep this in mind. It's a good one right here. Oop. And she has like nothing, but I don't really need to worry about that. And he's a guest, so you can't do much. But let's see what he does have. I don't think he has anything really. So. Yeah, he doesn't really have anything. But I will set him up for healing, because there's no need to have 2 attack gambits. There's no point. So, change that. You might as well. Give him some sort of healing gambit, in my personal opinion. Let's say... to lack the abuse of potions, I'll do ally status HP critical. Now I have ally 40% for that. And I think we're in good shape. Good to go. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so our charge is dropping. Well, a little bit. It's gonna drop more. Now these little guys, these are just regular mimics. See? Both of you just stole our stone. This way you don't have to constantly input. It's just, you know, we're in good shape. Now there's the mimic that we want to target. Not the tiny mimic, but the battery mimics, because they're the ones that eat the charge. When we destroy them, we actually gain charge back. The charge meter fills back up. So refrain from using thunder, because we don't have ice, so use fire. Or whatever, just stab it with a sword, just like Althea said. I may have to do a self-steal. Ooh, got a 4-hit combination. Combo. Boom. Pile of scraps. Alright, good, good, good. Now, if you notice, Bosch is practically useless. He's just an extra guy. He hardly does any damage at all. That'll change later on. Right now, he's just kind of there for the hell of it. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have an extra guy, right? So, you'll have him just to, I guess, as a scapegoat in a way, kind of just as a, you know, punching bag. Alright, so we have 83 charge now. So, as we delve deeper, keep your eyes open for more battery mimics. Ooh, we got 2 battery mimics here. Alright, let's go in there. Let's get ready to attack these things. Fire always seems to be favorable. Ooh. Okay. Discharge. Okay. He's dead. Almost dead anyway. Okay, great. I would think at this point, I just gotta do 1 fire spell and he should be dead. Practically dead. Practically dead, but no cigar. Because they'll actually gain HP while they feed off electricity, so that could be an annoying thing, but you know, what are you gonna do, right? That's a mimic. And the mimics are basically the main threat in the Barheim passage. But keep your eye out for treasure, because again, treasure can be, it could just be hard to find, and there's actually a really good piece of equipment that you can get, an accessory called the battle harness, which is actually one of the better accessories, in my opinion. It lets you get the ability to counter, to counterattack. Alright, so, and there's the battery mimic eating away at our charge. As you can see, it's lowering. So what we'll do is we're going to kill it. And again, highly advisable to equip a bangle so that this way you don't have to constantly keep repeating Libra over and over, because that's just a pain in the ass. Definitely is. And if you're wondering why I play in wait mode, it's because there's more strategy to be utilized in wait mode than it would be in active. I have played the game in active mode, but there's no, you know, it lacks the strategic, tactical elements that Final Fantasy has always had, you know, and if you play it in wait mode, it really is no different than any other Final Fantasy that came before it. You'll have more control over your characters, and it'll be much more, you know, it'll be a lot more convenient to play, because you're gonna need manual input. You know, gambits are just a way to give them a little bit of some automatic strategy to prevent repetition. But other than that, it's just a system that will assist you. But again, manual input is very important. People often have this, you know, odd illusion that the gambit system sort of just, you know, takes away the point of fighting at all. It's like, well, why fight at all if you have the gambit system? But it's not exactly what that means, no. Gambit system is used as an assistance. It's not supposed to be used to just, you know, rely on completely. It's not, You know, it's people don't seem to understand the gambit system. I think people are understanding it a little bit better now. This game is definitely ahead of its time when it came out. Absolutely was. But you know, some games, you know, have to kind of like, you know, Final Fantasy IX was very ahead of its time too. Oh God, I gotta piss, but I know I gotta piss. I'll hold it in. I'm kidding. No, I'm actually not kidding. I'm really gonna piss. Alright. So, I have my gambit set the way I want them to. And obviously they will play the way I want them to. But regardless of that, it doesn't mean that the game is playing for me. It actually means that I'm setting it up. You know, I micromanage the characters. Telling them what to do. And obviously inputting my own manual commands is very important. Kill this mimic over here. I would just, you know, get rid of him. And of course, a spell of fire will help. Oop, discharge. So hopefully you have somebody who could, well, you'll always have Fran, and she always has magic. She automatically gets, you know, fire and thunder and stuff, so you'll be in good shape. Just remember that the spells are pretty powerful. You know, spells can dish out some pretty good burst damage. But you want to keep your team pretty even, so... Anyway, so... My charge is now at 100, but we still are not safe, so... And remember, keep your eyes peeled for the battle harnesses. That is the accessory in which I am talking about. Let's see, stealing. Those bastards. Oh, level 8. And then now we got a bat fang. Great. Alright, so down the mines we go. Looks like I mean, it must be a mine, right? Has to be. This game's all about, you know, trying to obtain this stuff called nepicites, and that comes from the mines. Nepicite, or magicite, I believe, comes from the mines. And, you know, nepicite is a whole other thing that's even more powerful than magicite, but it's very complicated. You'll have to follow the storyline. Oh, I'm good. Okay, now there's the map, right here. So, couldn't reach it before, but here we are now, the urn. Now, urns generally always have maps in them. That's just what they do. So now, location for the area complete. And you could see that highlighted point right down there, right at the bottom there. The highlighted, that's where we gotta go. Got a potion. But it's a good thing that we have the map filled out, because now we can actually, you know, completely open it up. And we have to head to the exclamation point there. Gotta stop those mimics. And this place is very big, so this is not the entirety of the place. So it's pretty big now, but it's actually even bigger. There are more junctions that open up later on in the game, in which we'll have to return to pick up a very important summon, or esper, I guess you could say. So now we gotta get the battle harness, and that is, and there's also other good treasures that you may or may not obtain. There's a chance you might not, but you might be able to get a cypress pole, or you know, bucklers. There's a few things. It all depends. Balance motes. There's a lot of different stuff here. Oak staff. So there's a whole bunch of an array of many chests with an array of many different items, and the odds of you getting those items are, you know, they're random. you know, you don't really know for sure what you'll get, but keep your fingers crossed. Antidote. Now I'm just preserving LP right now, license points, because before you know it, they will stack up. See, as you can see, Bosch is not really inputting much. Let me just go to equipment real quick. I'm gonna go with, actually, I'm gonna do this different. Hold on, Goddess Magicite. I'm gonna give him the Orachia Armlet. I'm gonna give him the Goddess Magicite. Because it would really boost up his, you know, his magic defense, so. Boom. And look into the, always go in these alcoves here, because these are where these treasures are. As we continue to move forward, well, these little tiny mimic things are gonna disguise themselves as fucking, you know, chests. Thusly called mimics. Alright, there we go, good to go. Wonderful. Another chest. As you could see, you could already tell it almost looks like a mimic. It's like a mimic, like a cocoon of a mimic. And that's what they mimic. They mimic those chests. I don't really know why, but because it doesn't really look like a chest, it looks like a cocoon. Looks like a cocoon of some sort of like bug or something. So I don't really know what's mimicking the other. Is it really the, in my opinion, I think it's the treasure chest that's mimicking the mimic. Oh, I got a Princess Kiss. Not really that useful, but not terrible either. Fire. I wish I had ice, but I don't. So fire will do. Get another fire in there. It should die. Okay, it's dead. Up. And our charge is back. Okay. Now let's go in here, because this has more battering mimics. Hey, there's another one. Just be quick to take these things out, you know? And be careful on pulling aggro. You might not want to do that. Be careful. Try to focus all your efforts on the battering mimics, because those are the ones that can really fuck you up. Put you in a bad spot. At least until the end. And Balfir, I mean Bosch, he really doesn't do any damage. You can see as he's doing only like 18 a hit. Look at that. He's doing nothing. It's terrible. Horrible. And he also gains HP upon feeding off the electricity, so. But Fran, she can sling out magic pretty fast. In fact, faster than the bow. Boom, dead. Not only is it fast, but not only is it faster than the bow, but it's also powerful. It's considerably powerful. Oh, that's another thing too. You have to watch out for endless loops of stealing, because for some reason, although every enemy has only one item, they failed to fix the whole steal loop. Like, in other words, if an enemy doesn't have anything to steal, they shouldn't be stealing anymore, because it doesn't fit the criteria. Like, it's almost like if you made a gambit for eye drops, you know, ally any eye drops, and they just continue to use eye drops over and over and over and over and over and over again, even though they're not blinded. It's basically the same thing, but it's not like that. I mean, they'll only use eye drops if it applies. So I don't know why that happened with the steel gambit, you know, with steel, but they just keep stealing, even though an enemy, and all enemies, regardless of what enemy it is, always, and I underline the word always, will only have one item. There's one item to steal, and one item that may or may not be dropped from loot. You just don't really know. Oh, what am I doing? Alright, so let's go to Fran. Fire. I mean, you can play it inactive if you really feel like doing that. It's up to you. But it's a little different. There will be no pauses. That's the only difference. No pause. Alright, so we got rid of that mimic. So as you can see, I'm basically going around trying to track down these mimics. Until, inevitably, we, what do you call it? Until we get to the, I believe we're trying to get to, well, we're actually trying to get the fuck out of here, but we have to get to the, we actually have to get to northern Barheim, and then open the gate in central Barheim. So it's a pretty big place, like I said. And right now, I think we are not even, we are in, I'm pretty sure, yeah, so hold on, alright, once we get rid of all these, which we're almost done now, Sector 36, once that's done, we'll be finished with northern Barheim. Then we're gonna have to open up a gate. Up. Oh. Yep, I had a feeling that'd be the battle harness. Now I guess I'll take a look at my licenses. Alright, because a battle harness is something that's pretty good. And Vaughn would be actually very, very fit for that. So he's actually very smart for him. You know, given the fact, oh, you know, he's a Shikari, and Shikari's, it's actually pretty good. Alright, 32, Martyr, I don't need MP stuff right now. Nope. I need an additional, oh yeah, I do, I need this. So yeah, periodically you might want to just do that. Keep up with that. Yep, almost for that, so. And, okay, gain MP after defeating a foe. I think, let's see here, I'm gonna go with the Argyle Armlet, I guess. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna do that. Because the Tourmaline Ring is also good, but... And I'm gonna grab a Gambit slot for her. Alright, so we're good for now. Now, I'm going to give him the Mage Masher, which is really good, because it can deliver silence on hit. On top of that, it is also a lot stronger. By like, I think, what, 12 points? So, if you have a Shikari, get the Major Masher. It's a goddamn killer. It's very good. And what else? Oh yeah, and setting up gambits for her, of course. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Unfortunately, I don't have the right, well, actually I do, in a way. Use this for now. Let's see. I'm gonna give her foe lowest. Yep, foe lowest HP attack. It's a great way to go. fact, I'm gonna actually do it for him. I'll go full party leader target with her. Alright, good. I don't want her to overly use fire like crazy, so we'll be in good shape if we do it this way. Alright, don't forget to miss out on any treasure. Is there anything down there? No, I do not believe so. So, in that case, make sure you have good spells, make sure you have your good equipment, make sure you grab that battle harness because that is really good. And of course the Argle Armlet, I think I'm going to give that to my archer. That will increase her strength by 1 as well, so it's actually good. And bangle on my machinist. Alright, we're good to go. Alright, so now we're gonna be heading into the central Barheim. Now I have Fran set on casting fire on anything that has 100% HP. If not, she will not cast fire. And hopefully that should be, you know, enough where it won't actually expend too much MP. And eventually you'll be able to set up a gambit for that as well. A gambit for, what do you call it? For certain MP limits, like if, say, for example, you know, the characters below 50 MP, they will not cast fire, or any magic for that matter. In fact, they will stop, because you know, they'll only, like, that's why you want to pick up many different gambits, because there's so many different types, and there's so many different combinations, you have to really think it through. So this is the gate we have to open, this gate right here, this massive gate, you can observe it, so we have to operate it. And we're not clear of the mimics, so now we're considered it in Central Barheim. In Central Barheim, we shall now be confronted by some elementals. Flans. The lovely Flans. Which I always take to stealing from, because they're good to steal from. Green liquid is definitely important, especially if you want to get the aqua shot. And I do want to get the aqua shot. So, yep. The only one who's going to do much damage in this case scenario would be Van. There we go. The battery mimic he's draining my shit. Oh god damn. Alright, let's take care of this battery mimic. No, 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 no. Whoa, why was that up there? What the hell was that? That was so fucking stupid. Where's that battery mimic? Let's go grab that motherfucker. He's over there. Let's go get him. Gotta take him out. Nice. Very good, Fran. You've done a good job. Let's kill this motherfucker. Alright. Fran. Black magic. Fire. Should do a good, you know, good amount of damage, so. Yep. They're actually the most powerful enemies here, would probably be them. In fact, you know, they'd be the strongest, because they have the ability to heal. They also net you 2 AP when you kill them, so that indicates that they're a little bit more powerful than your typical enemies. And I'm not sure, I think he stole from already, but I'm not 100%. Yeah. Let's see if I can get a steal in. Oh, good. It worked. Good shit. Okay. Oop, top copy hat. A top copy hat. Unfortunately, I don't have anybody who uses mystic armor at the moment. But if you do, equip it. The top copy hat is pretty good. It's an upgrade. I'm sure. I'm pretty sure anyway. Check it out. Equipment. Oh, let's go to inventory. Auto sort. Top copy hat. Mystic armor too, see? Anyway. I'll do that later. Let's keep it going. And... oh, there's another elemental. Now, they keep to themselves, but again, I kind of want to get their stuff, you know what I mean? Ooh, and Fran cannot cast fire. Shouldn't be an issue, because... oh, and it's a successful steal, so... you don't want to cast fire on a bomb. If you play Final Fantasy, you would know that. And boom, pile of bomb ashes. Alright, let's see what we got going on. Up, another chest. An antidote. An antidote. And another chest. And that has a potion. I've noticed that most of the chests I've been finding been having mostly they call them incineraries, just like items, sort of like healing items, for the most part anyway. Alright, down goes the bomb. They're not too bad, bombs. It's not like in the old games. They don't blow up right away, but they still do blow up, so be wary. I think it depends on how much damage they take. It's not like a 3-hit thing where it's like 3 hits and they blow up. I think in 10 they had a 3-hit... it's a 3-hit rule. If you hit them 3 times, they'll blow up on you. Causing extreme damage, but that's still the same. Okay, so now we gotta unlock this gate, so I don't know why I went back this way. I shouldn't have did that. I actually have to go up and around back this way. But I don't... yep, this is the way up. Right here. I think, anyway. I hope. Yeah, this is it. Check it out. Central Barheim. I want to do another steal. Because, I want to get those scraps. Oh, I got a storm stone. That's pretty good. It's better than the pile of scraps. Alright, so be ready to take on some more flans. Getting more green liquid, which is great. Okay, great. Boom, dead. Oh, and of course, upgrade your gun. I'm gonna do that. I have to upgrade my gun. 'Cause I'm still using the Altair. Mimic should be here, and it is there, so... bada boom. Actually, you know what? Let me steal from it. Even if I do end up stealing twice. Oh, see? Perfect. I think I'll do another fire. And we silenced him as well, so that's good. Okay, great. Perfect. And looks like we have another item here. A pointy hat. Again, that's kind of a shitty item, but nonetheless, still money, right? Yep, more incendiaries. Potions. potions, antidotes, Princess Kiss. Princess Kiss, by the way, is like, it wakes you up, but I'm not really sure, like, Princess Kiss, I got an alarm clock. I guess it was called an alarm clock in the first game, but that's not the definitive edition. The definitive edition is this game. In other words, this is how it should have been when it first came around. But it wasn't. It was really ahead of its time, and you know, it was very complex. The system is really great. Really good. It's a very, very good battle system. But it's very complex. Simple in its execution, complex to truly master. And I've played this game many times. And upon realizing when this was released, I saw that this was truly the definitive version of this game. Absolutely. Alright, so now we're close to the switch. Here's the switch that you're looking for the gate. Okay, so this is the gate. That'll open it up. And boom, it takes some charge out, you know, 30%. Just like it did with the first. And now we have to go and head over to the gate. So, without further ado, let's head on over there. Boom, 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 boom. Speed it up a little bit. Moving, moving. Double checking. Okay, we got it. Seems like we got everything we need here. Ooh, another remorse. And a treasure chest. Ooh, an ether. That's good. Okay. Up, 2 more morphs. Flans, of course. They're called the amorphs, though. Amorphs. Same thing with bombs. Elementals. Amorphs, they call them. That's the class they're in. So I would only naturally assume that if you... I'm not sure, actually, though. If you attack a bomb and if you attack a flan, would that be considered a chain or not? I'm not entirely sure. Just being honest. Alright, I scanned the area, there's nothing else. We're good. Okay, so let's get back. Let's get back to the gate. And, just keeping my eyes peeled for anything I don't have. Oh, there's a bomb right there, and I'm gonna steal from them. I'm also gonna use Fran to steal too. Okay, we got a gold needle, another incendiary. Oh, okay, silenced it though, which is good. Come on. Steal from this bomb. Okay, another gold needle. Well, no, we don't necessarily need gold needles yet, but eventually. In time. We're getting big. Don't want that to happen. Oh boy. Someone's about to burst. Make it on. Quick. Please kill it. Oh my god. Because that thing was about to burst. Okay, we got them. Got them down. And we got firestones. That's good. Firestones, understones, all that shit. It's always good to get a different array of items. Alright. Ooh, here's a chest I didn't see. Oh, another potion. What would you know? But let's see my stock of potions. See, I'm down to 20 already. So, like I said, potions are very important. Buy a lot of incendiaries, because you're going to need them. Alright, so let's head down and boom. And then we'll head over to the gate, and the gate's open now.
Mist seethes.
Right.
It reeks. Something's close.
That should we're gonna be fighting a big gigantic mimic. Like huge. And also Bosch is stronger.
Nice moves there, Captain.
You mean traitor?
So they say. But I didn't see him kill anyone.
My brother did.
Rex. He said he had a brother 2 years younger. I see. He meant you.
So now that he has a sword, he'll be much more useful.
What became of...
He's dead.
I'm
much
sorry.
more.
It was you who killed him.
I give you my word. That was not the way of it.
And by the way, he is the main character of the game. And now that he has a sword, he will now truly be an extra sword arm. So he'll be more useful, much useful, much more useful.
My name's Rex. All I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I. Living
Time botched. Save the discussion for later.
We found them!
What if we arrive after he
Playing
signed
the
the
events.
treaty?
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the
As I
king.
feared. They're slowing us down.
Captain Ozilis and for my parents.
It's sad. The game's intention was to actually have him as a main character, Bosch.
King, have you done?
But they changed it over. Nobody's the main character in this tale.
A twin brother. Fancy that. But still, the pieces fit, I'll give you that much. And he did look like you.
Bond stupidly
I
doesn't
don't
believe
believe
him.
you.
Nope.
Of course not.
Yeah,
it
how
was
could
my
he?
fault that Rex was there.
It's not you to blame,
I
though.
am sorry.
My brother, he trusted you. He trusted you and he lost everything.
Oh, Chili.
How can I believe you?
Chili. Now, there's going to be a
me, then.
second part to Barheim.
Believe in your brother. He was a fine soldier. He fought to the last to protect his homeland. Now,
Bosch is awesome. I
surely
love
he
him.
fought to protect his brother.
Because he
You
is the
don't
main
know
character.
anything.
Believe what you want to. Whatever it takes to make you happy.
Vaughn
What's
is
done,
sort of the avatar. It's just viewed through his eyes, but nonetheless, the main character, more or less, is Bosch. And the heroine, Ash. So, there you go. Female lead and male lead. Alright, so save the game, and, in my opinion, the next part of Barheim Passage will be part 2, which won't be involving mimics as much, unless you count the big, badass, gigantic mimic, in which that's gonna be the boss. And, yeah, that'll be the next part. Next part really just consists of getting the fuck out of here and fighting the big bad mama mimic. The mother mimic, I guess. And then with doing that, sorry. Yeah, so in my next video we will do the Barheim Passage Part 2. Like I said, this place is fucking big, so yeah, I'm not gonna waste too much time here. I'm just gonna Nope. Nope. Alright. So join me in my next video, guys. I really hope that I'm helping you guys out. That's the only reason I'm doing this, is for you know, for every other gamer out there. So keep on gaming, guys. Keep on gaming, and I hope that this walkthrough, you know, is of some help and is of some guidance, because that's all I'm trying to do, is let you have a fun, enjoyable playthrough. So join me in my next walkthrough, my next video for the Barheim Passage Part 2. Alright guys, over and out.